Alright, so before we get into Nintendo Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo information, I've prepared a little commercial for you to watch. All of the links are in the description box down below. Please watch it.
Do you remember the golden era of wrestling games on the N64? Well, they're back with a brand new book, The Art of N64 Wrestling Games. Revisit every N64 wrestling game ever released both in the US and Japan. Hear stories from the wrestlers themselves who were involved in these games, and take a look at the mod projects keeping this community alive with this all-in-one full-color book. So head on over to Amazon to get your copy of the Art of N64 Wrestling Games book for just $19.99, or head to CastlemaniaGames.com to get an autographed copy of the book for just $19.99, plus an exclusive t-shirt bundle. If you're not down with the Art of N64 Wrestling Games book, we've got two words for you.
So when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2, I feel like there's been a lot of crap out there recently. It seems like the past few months have just spurned on all of this sort of stuff. Now, I of course am guilty of talking about some of these things, but people seem to be looking for any little crumb or morsel from any sort of unverifiable source so they can make a video on it. I get it. People are excited for the Nintendo Switch successor, but it seems like the past couple of days have just gone completely off the handle. People are now expecting there to be an event unveiling the Nintendo Switch successor happening tomorrow, which is Wednesday, or potentially Thursday of this week, because allegedly we're getting a state of play next week, and Nintendo won't want to do that, even though the state of play hasn't been confirmed, and then there's Tokyo Game Show, and they'll want to show it before then. It seems like a lot of guesswork is going on, so I kind of want to go over the latest Nintendo Switch 2 related stuff and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on this subject matter, because I do think that there are things happening, but I also think that there's lots of kind of red herrings along with this, things that aren't exactly what they seem to be. So this is something that's been popping off all over the place, and all your favorite Nintendo content creators have been posting this and making videos about it, and I have some information about it. So according to a FamiBoard user, because we all know if you got inside information, you go to FamiBoards or Reset Era instead of, you know, making a website or talking about it yourself to try to make a little bit of cash. Oh, some people don't care about making money about it. Yeah, well, if somebody offers you $10, I think you take the $10, even if you have $20 on you. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me here. This is brand new info from a Chinese forum poster who didn't have an inside track record. Therefore, the following is strictly for fun and giggles. Nintendo Switch 2 production has started in somewhere in China. I didn't want to translate. 1,000 units per day. This is one worker, not the whole line. Slightly larger than the Switch 1. Smaller bezel, black and white Joy-Con. Slightly larger logo with 2 on the side. Now, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. It says it's strictly for fun and giggles. They don't have a track record. So who is this person? Did they provide an employee ID badge that they have to get into the warehouse? Like, this to me is just so weird. And like it's hidden behind stuff because people would make videos on FamiBoard stuff, and they're very protective about what is put out there in the world whenever it comes to, you know, information as far as, you know, what people are going to take away from the FamiBoard's website and stuff. Like, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. You have to be registered to see stuff on there, and it's like, so who are we appealing to here? Are we appealing to the forum members, or are we appealing to the general public here? Random Chinese worker decides to make a FamiBoards account for fun and giggles, and then people run with it. You know, to me, this is nothing. To me, this is just someone taking the piss and seeing what people latch onto. You've seen that time and time again with leakers and stuff like that. So to me, nothing burger. But of course, we have to continue on because now a Nintendo Direct announcement soon. Andy Robinson, since the Switch launched, Nintendo has held a Nintendo Direct every September without fail, and usually around now, just saying. And then Chris Bring, the biggest Mudvayne fan in the world, gives us little googly eyes here. So now we have a Nintendo Direct coming too. Even though we just had one, you know, we're gonna have another one here. You can't break tradition. It's September. You have to do something. So now people are assuming, oh, well, this is for the Nintendo Switch 2. And that means it's happening this week because of what we said. There's a State of Play allegedly happening next week or something like that. And then there's Tokyo Game Show or something like that. So it has to be this week. It has to be Wednesday. It has to be Thursday. And like, maybe. But when I look at this, I believe Andy Robinson from Video Games Chronicle is simply saying that they usually hold a Nintendo Direct in September. And it's usually around now. And he's just saying that. And then Chris is kind of latching onto it. Could there be inside information when it comes to this? Sure, there could be. But I feel like Andy's the type of person where it's like, if something is happening and he knows about it, he's going to monetize that. He's going to, come out there and write an article on Video Games Chronicle or something like that, expecting a Nintendo Direct, or he'll say it. Like, he's not someone who I would consider to be like very candid about stuff like that. He's not someone that withholds information. Now, yes, you could look at the current state of things. You do have upcoming Nintendo games that have not been really talked about fully. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, the worst $60 value in the entire world, but maybe they added in some new content into it. I don't think they did, but that falls on them to prove that they did. And then, of course, you got Brotherhood, Brothership. I never remember what it's called because, I'm sorry, I can't get over the visual style. I don't think it looks very good. I'm sure the gameplay is fun. I'm sure I'll enjoy the game, but I think the game looks kind of ugly. So, I mean, there is stuff coming out, Super Mario Party, Country Bear Jamboree, and stuff like that. So maybe you could do a first-party Direct, a Nintendo Direct Mini, or maybe it has to do with the Switch 2. So then I know what you're saying to yourself. Well, RGT, you said you had some stuff in here that you actually rocked with, that you actually agreed with. And that, my friends, is what we are getting into now, because we have two reports that happened pretty much at the same time. Liam Robinson, seems like a lot of developers got invited to Nintendo of America yesterday, posted on Blue Skies. Look, if Twitter goes down, I'm not moving to Threads. I'm not moving to Blue Sky. You follow me on Facebook. You follow me on Instagram. That's the best way. I'm not moving to these other freaking platforms. And then, right after that, the Limited Run Games CEO, Josh, visited Nintendo of America yesterday. Now, I could tell you guys, developers are visiting Nintendo of America, and it didn't just start yesterday. This is actually something that's been going on for the past couple of weeks, because I know this for a fact. Now, what are these meetings involving? I don't know. Nobody's told me anything, but I do know a couple of people that have gone to these events at Nintendo of America. Nintendo invited them, and they are within the video game industry. So something is brewing with that, and most of it are smaller developers, because you got to figure, when it comes to something like this new system, your Capcoms, your EAs, your Ubisofts, your bigger AAA publishers, they probably already have dev kits. They probably had dev kits for a little while, Square Enix and stuff like that. They've probably been working on games for this system, but not all developers are going to get a dev kit right off of the jump. You're going to have smaller companies that come along that you work with, that you want to show this off to, so you invite them to an event. And that, I think, is something that is indeed happening. Now, is the timing of this indicative of something happening this week as far as a reveal is concerned? I don't necessarily think so. I'm still Team October over here. Like, I think October is the soonest it would happen. Would it be nice if it happened this month? Sure, I can make money talking about this. And of course, there's going to be a bunch of videos that end up happening as we learn more about this, as more developers come out. Once it gets unveiled, like, the floodgates open. And like, people get excited again. And there's stuff to talk about, and fun stuff to talk about, and stuff to analyze, and new rumors and new stuff out there. Like, I sincerely am excited for it. But I'm also in the camp of, when it comes, it comes. I don't need it to happen this week. If it does happen this week, great. If it doesn't, that's great too. There's other stuff to talk about, like that godforsaken PS5 Pro. But that I can tell you, that developers are meeting at Nintendo of America, and some of them are smaller in size comparative to your big AAA companies. As far as the Chinese factory worker, I don't believe that. Like, I just don't. it's something that you feel is a very safe thing to say. This isn't a verified person in any way, shape, or form. This could just be some jackass like that Midori person who said they were an Asian woman, and then it ended up being a fat neck beard in the Bronx. But they did get some information. Yo, Midori, I'm sorry for saying that, because I did like your Shinobi and your Crazy Taxi video leaks. I don't know how you got those, but that's what you should have stuck with. You should have stuck with Sega and Atlas stuff. Once you started talking about other stuff, you got exposed, pal. But I do appreciate you getting that Shinobi footage out there. But let me know in the comment section down below. What are we doing here? Are you expecting something to happen this week? As in like tomorrow or Thursday? My mother's still in town until Thursday, so that would be fun. But hopefully if they do something, like there's a little announcement, and then there's a little lead up, so that I can cover it appropriately. Let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Be sure to check out the book. Links are in the description box down below. Signed copy on Castlemania. Signed copy with a t-shirt over on Castlemania. Amazon paperback, Amazon Kindle. Everything is live. We're #1 in new release wrestling books right now, which is absolutely crazy when you look at like Batista's book and other wrestlers' books on there too. So like that's super cool. Thank you guys for the support. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.